Hello, I'm Hunter talking on behalf of OC Leo Geckos. And if you're about to purchase or already have a leopard gecko and wondering how you care for it, you may want to listen for it. And this also applies for African fattails because they're close relation. First, for leopard geckos, they get only about as big as this, maybe, depending on the size, but they can get up to a foot long if you get a giant one. But the rule is basically you should get a 10-gallon tank, because that's good for housing one or two. And you should never house two males; they'll fight. But you can house one male to as many females as you want. But the more females, you should get a bigger tank. And next, we'll talk about substrate. You don't want sand as your substrate. We'd like a reptile carpet, because when leopard geckos, if they're hungry, they'll eat the sand. And when they, especially for baby leopard geckos, when they go in to eat their cricket or mealworm or anything, they'll get tons of sand in their mouth and get impaction, and then they'll die. And then you'll need like a little house, so like your leopard gecko can hide in, sleep in, and do whatever. If you don't want to spend money on a like $10, $5 house, you can just use household things. You get a little Tupperware container, cut a little entrance so you can walk in, or just get a little tissue box and rip the end of it so you can just walk in. And next, you should get them a water dish, a shallow one, so they don't drown, because they're not the best of swimmers. And sometimes they'll lay in it if they want. And plus, you should clean it every day so it doesn't get bacteria and kill it. Well, not kill it, but just so it doesn't get sick or anything. And with food, you can feed them crickets, mealworms, superworms, whackworms, butterworms, silkworms, and everything. But butterworms are usually only used to fatten up your gecko. But if you want, so that's only if you want to get pregnant, if it's prego. And mealworms are usually given as a treat. So, and crickets is the usual fed thing, but you should get two kind of dusting things: vitamin powder and calcium powder. Calcium should go on every 2 days, every other day, and vitamin should go on every week, every other week. So you should like dust it. And then for the temperature, at night 65 to 75 degrees, and then during the day 75 to 85. And to heat this, you might need like an underpad heater or a heat lamp. But if you have tons of geckos or different types of animals, you could buy a heater that like heats up the whole room. And that's basically it. Go to www.ocleogeckos.pixo.com to look at our geckos. Thank you for watching.